Come on, let's go.
Hurry up.
I was grabbing a beer.
Welcome to the PorchTlk Podcast, where three 20-somethings try to figure out their lives and help you figure out yours along the way. I'm Eric.
Ezra, Brock Road Elementary, class of 06 valedictorian, and Morgan is pushing 30.
Oh my god. I'm Morgan, not a regular mom, I'm a cat mom.
We are back. I guess this is the official season 3 start. We might not have the season 3 logo out yet if Morgan doesn't get her shit together, so we'll see how that goes. But season 3 video is officially official. Clips, we'll figure those out along the way also, because need to format those for TikTok apparently and stuff. But we'll figure all that stuff out. But we're glad to hear listening. Shout out to the ladies. You know who you are. Shout out to them.
Big shout out to the ladies.
Shut up.
Shout out. We appreciate you listening. Now you heard that shout out last week. Shout out to you. Let's just hop into the first topic that we have. Do you want what's good for you or what's good to you?
I want what's good for me.
Yeah, but what are you generally going with? What's good for you or what's good to you?
Can you give me an example?
Okay, so what's good for you?
I feel like my example is gonna be you guys being like, "Oh, there she goes."
Oh, it's a man providing for you and giving you money.
What's good for you? A good man. A man who cares about
you.
A man who prioritizes you. What's good to you?
Amen.
A man with money who's just giving you some dick. Which one has Morgan been going for up until now? She might now be going with what's good for her, but historically, she's been a what's good to me girly. It is sad.
Exactly. Growth. What about
I think up until recently, I was definitely a what's good to me, not necessarily for me. Just like in general, not just like clearly not relationship wise. I got a good woman, but like other aspects of life.
Food wise?
Definitely, I was about to say definitely food, definitely like indulging in like way more than I should have drank at some point. Like I was way more about having fun than like doing the shit that was probably good for me. I kept going to what's good to me, boy.
It's relatable.
I feel like when you're younger, it's so easy to go what's good to you. Like you're just living, being promiscuous, eating, drinking, indulging, as you said.
Fucking.
And then you get a nice and then you get a nice significant other and you're like, hold on. I got something that's good for me. Oh, I gotta start eating better. I can't be eating these chicken cutlets all the time. Like, I don't know, just for example, I don't know, something like that.
I've been eating more. I've been getting fat. Literally have been getting over fat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like the beginning relationship type vibes. Your man putting some weight on you, putting some dick in you, putting the baby in you. Those things come like synonymously.
Yeah. Well, it's like every time I'm like, please stop putting so much food on my plate. He'll put the same amount on both of ours. In 2 seconds, his is gone, and I'm still like, I'll try to finish it, but it's like it's hard work. I'm like sweating at the end.
That's a good man, making sure his woman is well fed.
Is he Italian?
No.
Oh.
He's Dutch.
Oh.
Pennsylvania Dutch?
I was going to say, Dutch people got the worst food.
Well, he cooks a lot of like just regular food.
Okay.
He's never really cooked anything Dutch.
I guess we're happy to hear that. We're happy. If you were to ask your like significant other, your friend group, what do you think they're going towards? You think they're what's good to them or what's good for them vibe right now, like in that phase?
I think a lot of people, shout out to even like Paige we were just talking to, like they're just doing things for them that's good for them. Ezra's been hitting the gym, getting in shape. Morgan finally got herself a good man.
Finally got a man.
People are trying to make good, solid decisions, trying to get, settled down, get a house. Morgan's trying to get a ring, things like that.
I got the perfect hand for it.
I wouldn't say that.
I do.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think like most of the circles like on a good for you vibe. I got like one or two still like good to them, and they're just Living, man.
The bad friends are definitely exiting out my life. I'm
Shout out
doing more
Sam.
of the good, good for you friends.
I know
Even
one
though
of those
Sam
that you
wasn't even a
probably.
good to me friend either, so she was just a
She
waste of
was
time.
just she was just good altogether. Again, shout out Sam if you're listening.
Shout out.
I don't even know I'm on a podcast with two of my biggest haters.
We keep you honest. We give you the realness.
One of these
These are
days
good for you friends.
you're gonna see the episode art and it's just gonna be like a picture of you and Sam.
Holding hands, best friends.
A what?
Of you and Sam. The good old days.
You're gonna see a picture of us?
It's gonna be like the
Bro,
podcast, like the episode art for the week when we post it on socials.
No.
Yeah.
you don't have any say in that. So we're
Do you feel like you would need to step in for a friend if you thought they were doing way too much good for them and not like, or good, like too much of the good to you and not good for you vibes?
yes. Absolutely. I feel like you gotta step in on anybody at some point. I'm a big component of like you're grown, be grown. Like ultimately, there is like only two or three people's whose decisions or actions affect me. Probably only like yeah, it's probably like two or three. So most people I'm like, you're grown, do what you want to do. But at some point you do gotta at least like let them know, like, hey yo, like you going a little crazy. If you continue to go a little crazy after I like tell you, like, hey, you going kind of crazy and we see it, that's on you. But I at least gotta make sure I told you that like you doing a little too much.
Could you repeat the question?
Like if you had a friend who was doing way too much of like the good to you and not good for you, but like for them, would you
Mm.
feel the need to step in? Like at a certain point, would you be like, yo, you're 32. You can't be doing all this good to you. You got to do some good for you.
Yeah, if it was like ruining things in their life and affecting me, I would say something. But I mean, they can pay their bills and they're not getting into any trouble. I mean, do you have fun? Who's
If
to
we
say
made it
32 is too old for all that stuff?
I mean, 32 is an example. Just
Yeah,
yeah.
saying.
well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, maybe if they were like, no, even if someone was 80 still being wild, if they had their shit together, I don't see why not.
I'm not
But
gonna
you just
lie.
don't have to
If
hang
we
out
made it
with
to
them every time.
2024, if we made it to 2024 and Morgan still didn't have a man, I was gonna have to say something. Like you about to be 35, you gotta get a man at some point.
Jesus.
I don't agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. Being single for so many years, I feel like I would just be concerned for you. Like, can we help out? Can we like work on a dating profile? Like, do I need to strap her on a date and see what you're doing wrong? Like, what's going
But
on?
what if they're not worried about that?
I
I
knew
mean,
what
hey, if
she
you're
was
not worried
doing
about it,
wrong.
you're not.
She had many a good
Are you talking
suitors,
about
many
me?
a good suitors. Yeah, we've been talking about you this whole time.
You're such a hater.
Just
I
looking out for you.
I didn't even want a boyfriend until recently.
Man, you've wanted a man since
Mm,
like 2019.
No, I'm
literally.
pretty sure 2023 was the year I was like, I'm ready to start looking. Pretty
Yeah,
sure.
That's a Sam. She
we'll go
helped you
with
figure
that.
that out.
I'm pretty sure if we went back to the earlier 2023 episodes, you'll hear me say that.
Pretty sure you were like being abstinent at one point. You were trying to figure out a lot of things.
I was abstinent for quite some time.
No, it was not
Oh,
quite
dude,
some time.
It
like
was.
2 weeks.
It was like a week and a half max.
It was like 2 months.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
And
All
in
right,
my
let's.
defense,
Yeah, go.
I'm not even talking about it anymore because it's in the past.
So, but you were gonna say that you didn't make it the 2 months though.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say something else, but I'm over the topic.
Thank you.
Next.
Because we were already
Thank you.
moving on.
Yeah, we moved on.
Well, now you have my
What?
permission.
Which is the hardest for you to say? I need help, I love you, or I'm sorry?
Oh, definitely I need
Jeez.
help. I feel like I love you. I say that to my friends, family,
Kind of
like
loose with it, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, get a
with
grip.
the people I love. Yeah, I'll tell them I love them.
You love to me.
Anyways, what was the other one? I know it's I need help in the third.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, of course I'll always say sorry and hold myself accountable if
I
that person
believe
deserves
none of
it.
that.
If the
None of
person
that.
deserves it.
Morgan's an
No one
I'm
deserves
sorry
it.
you feel that way type of person, for sure. That is absolutely her apologies.
I
I'm
love that.
sorry that you thought I was being mean to you when I
Yup.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, I'm quick to say I'm sorry though. So regardless of
That's not
how,
even
I don't have a
close to
problem with
saying
saying
you're
it.
sorry. Not even close to it.
I
The words
guess
are coming out of my mouth.
she's got a problem with meaning it.
Yeah, you can say it. You don't mean it. The words mean nothing.
Nothing.
Sometimes. And then I need help was definitely a hard one for me.
You're too
Why?
prideful.
I don't know. It just gives me anxiety. If I have to ask my parents like for something, I'm like, oh my God, they're gonna freak out. It's
Mm.
just, or like when I was bringing the cats over to Dawn's, I already knew Sweet Cheeks and Prince were gonna be like a struggle. Prince, he put up a little struggle, but Sweet Cheeks, like I was literally sweating. Like he did not want to go into this carrier. And then finally, like 15 minutes of it, I finally got my roommates and was like, I need help. And it was a 3-person job getting this damn cat in his carrier. We had to close all the doors and block him off and like
Jesus.
Sweet Cheeks
yeah,
has
he
no
did not want to go.
discipline.
He
What a
is
shit.
disciplined.
Zero discipline.
Oh my gosh, he's
You should have
disciplined.
practiced with him as a kitten. Just put him in a
He's
carrier.
been in he's been like this since he was a kitten. He's just now bigger.
This shows a lack of parenting.
Oh my gosh, he gets anxiety.
See, Prince, he came from a different household when he was younger, and that's why. They ran a tighter ship, so he
Sounds
already
like he
knew
got
what
in
to
that
do.
carrier quick.
Yeah.
Good parenting.
Prince was so wild before I was his mom.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
The person didn't want him anymore because he was so wild. She was literally gonna take him back to the shelter.
Then I hope she never meets Sweet Cheeks.
Sweet
I
Cheeks is
think
an angel.
going back to the topic, I think I need help is probably the hardest one. I think it's just because like you want to be able to do things on your own and handle it. It's harder to be like, damn, I really can't do this. I need help. Because like I love you is cool. I'm sorry. Like if you fucked up, like yeah, I think you should just be able an adult and say like I'm sorry. But
Agreed.
for some reason, I need help and asking for help is definitely not the easiest.
I would agree. I think we've been like over time conditioned, especially as men, and then like one step further as adults to like not seek help. And if you're like asking for help, you're like weaker, you can't make it on your own. When in reality, like everybody at some point does need help. But this was a question of the day. Pretty much everybody but one person said it was like, I need help. And I just think it's like pretty much how everybody was raised within this like culture of America. Like, if you can't do it on your own, like you're kind of a fuck up. So you want to at least keep trying. And I don't think anybody knows like what's the point where I've tried enough till I can now ask for help. Because after you try, but so many times, it's like, now it's gonna look dumb if I'm asking for help after I've been doing it on my own for 3 months trying to make it work.
Yeah, I think I always also ask more strange like I'm more able to ask a stranger for help than it would be someone that I
Mm.
actually care for. Like I don't want to make like displace them at all or cause any inconvenience. So if it's a stranger, I'll be like, "Help." And
Mm.
yeah.
That's probably a pride thing. They're not gonna know you. They know nothing about you. They can't hold that over your head.
Right.
Whereas people you know could be like, you remember that time you were down bad and needed $200 fucking Morgan, broke bitch. That's how they could come.
Yeah, a stranger, like I could technically just never talk to them again, just take the
Yeah,
money.
you could do that.
I wouldn't.
I think the most interesting thing that we deal with as a society is like people refuse to ask for help, or like they feel weird about asking for like recommendations or referrals for jobs still. Like I know a lot of people who just want to get a job on their own. I'm like, that's stupid. If you got a
Oh,
good connection, like fucking use that shit to the max.
absolutely fucking
Absolutely.
network. That's like 80%. That's like 80% of getting jobs, just like networking and who you know. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if I even loosely know you, if I see you in the elevator and I think you the hookup, I'm gonna reference you, write your name down, and if they call you, I hope you say, "Actually, I might have talked to him in the elevator." I do not give a fuck.
No, a lot of my clients who come in when we like start talking about what they do for work, I'm like, "Oh, you guys have like any stay-at-home jobs?" Just see what they say.
They're just
Because
trying to
if
get a
there's
little
something better,
cryo
I'm
in.
fucking out.
Yeah, they're
Mm.
trying to get some cryo in. Like they're trying to relax, so, like a little off day, and they're like dealing with Morgan's bullshit, asking for fucking jobs.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, please shut the fuck up. Get the fuck away from me. Is that soliciting? Can they report you for soliciting?
I
Honestly,
wouldn't.
maybe.
Maybe if I was annoying, but I'm not. I'm
Facts.
smooth with it.
Yeah,
I'd
that
be.
Smooth
sounded
with
real
it.
smooth.
I was about
Oh,
to
you
say
work
you
for blah blah.
definitely
Blah.
see
You
some shit.
hiring? Stay at home only though. Shit.
Oh man.
Let's keep the job talk going though. Ezra, what's up with this 3-year promotion rule?
Okay, give me one quick second. I'm gonna break it down.
No problem.
All right, 3-year
Uh,
promotion.
Thank
Um,
you.
how the 3-year promotion works is Google started this a little while back. Like I think it was like 2017, 2018, and it's their philosophy on like promoting employees. So their philosophy is if you do not promote within 3 years, they move on from you. Like they terminate you and bring in someone else. The reason is, and a lot of tech companies have started to do it, it's moved into finance, like different like firms and shit. The reason, the rationale behind it is because fucking if you work for them for 3 years and whatever it is, whether it's associate, supervisor, manager, general, director, VP, shit like that, if you work for them for 3 years and you're stagnant in one position and you couldn't promote one level, you're probably not a great employee or you're not worth the investment they're putting in you. Whereas they're going to let you go. They're going to bring in someone fresh, pay them entry level, restart that cycle, and hope they can promote sooner than you did within that 3 years.
I like it.
hmm.
Puts a little flame under your butt.
No, it definitely puts a little flame under your butt. It's tricky though. It's got perks where it's like it would be hard pressed, but it definitely varies per industry. But it'd be hard pressed for me to imagine like even wanting to stay stagnant for 3 years. So I'm assuming that in your reviews and shit like that, like you're asking about it, they're telling you where you stand. And if you go through yearly reviews, bi-yearly reviews, anywhere between 3 and 6 reviews, and each time they're telling you, yeah, like we just don't think you're ready for promotion. We don't think you'll do good at a position higher than this. They probably do need to let you go. The problem with
Yeah.
that is going to be from the opposite end. In order for that to work, it's got to be standard across the board because you're going to get to the point where you're like talking GMs, maybe higher than GMs, directors, VPs, CEOs, CFOs, where for them to promote, you still got to do the exact same thing with them every 3 years. You've got to promote or you're out of here. Or once you get to like middle employee status, you're going to get stuck because there's niggas like executives holding down positions that are never going to become available for you. So then you're going to get let go.
Yeah, you'd probably have to adjust that 3-year based on the higher levels you get. It might turn into like a 5-year thing.
Yeah.
Um, I
Yeah.
was trying to think about if I had beef with it because I was trying to think. Like, let's say you were like an entry level employee and you have, like let's say you have a couple hundred throughout the firm. Do you think it would be, I mean, possible for all 300 of them to eventually get promoted over 3 years? I mean, you'll probably have turnover and stuff, but I think
If you
someone's
have
got
a
to take
lot
a
of
fucking
different
entry level
locations,
job.
maybe.
Um,
Yeah.
I think for that, you don't necessarily want all 100 to promote. because not all 100 are management level or like high management level, supervisor level, management level, high management level. Realistically, you probably want like 40% to be able to promote. The other 60% out of that 100, the other 60 people, you probably want the turnover after 3 years to get like new employees in, newer ideas, fresher ideas. Because if those 60 weren't somebody you deemed willing to promote, they probably in your eyes aren't good employees or like the best of the best that there's to offer. So you want to bring in a new crop of employees anyway. So I think it's almost like smart to cycle them out like that.
Hmm.
I think
Yeah,
what
I
we
guess
got
that does
away
make
from,
sense.
I think what we got away from, and I was talking to somebody about this. I think like certain niggas are like competitive by nature, some are, some aren't. I think the workforce was always supposed to be competitive. And I think people kind of got away with that. That's my friend. This is my coworker. It's cool. But at the end of the day, like when I sit at the table, when I'm talking to the other GMs in these accounts, we can break bread, we can go drink, we can kick it on a call. They want the exact same position that I want. When the next director position comes open, there's only one director. There's 9 GMs who want that shit. So I think some of us got kind of complacent and it's like, it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. We'll leave it to the managers. When at the end of the day, like, if you think like that about your job, you probably already behind. Because there's probably 5, 6 niggas who are like thinking, plotting on how they're gonna get that next available promotion.
Yeah, got to get back to that dog eat dog world out there.
Got
Got a
to.
little too
Yeah,
soft.
I'm so competitive. I probably thrive in that.
No, I agree. Like I think I'm built to let niggas know like, hey, I need a promotion and here's why.
I mean, the amount of work. Do you- if you get promoted, is your life just going to get like 1,000 times worse though?
I think I will do a lot more traveling. I think it'll be a ton more traveling. I get removed from the day to day, so it'll be like less early mornings, late nights. I'll probably work closer to like a 6 to 6 and not like a 4 to fucking 9 or 10 some days. So that would be a small perk. And the pay's gonna go stupid.
I mean, the pay should go stupid, but man, that quality of life.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you'll get married soon, then you have to pop out a couple kids. You got to be home for the kids.
Gotta be home for the
Oh my
kids.
gosh.
Or
Your
you
little
gotta
troll babies.
what?
Jesus, called your babies trolls.
She's sick. She's literally sick.
Hopefully they just look like Mariah.
You're sick. I hope your babies look just like Dog.
Shout out
Okay.
Don.
They'd be cute.
They wouldn't be you, so that would be a start. My bad, I'm back. I'm tapped in. But yeah, so that's kind of what I think about the 3 year rule.
Oh, and this is Prince, by the way.
We know what Prince looks like. I just think ultimately you'd have to tweak it, kind of like you said, for management or like higher positions, and then I think you'd have to tweak it based off of like certain industries, because in certain industries you probably couldn't promote within like 3 years.
Yeah. Also, sometimes jobs, once you get to like that higher level, they start to like bring in outside people, and then you're like
Mm,
getting fucked over. So that's a whole different aspect of that.
Like
absolutely.
if you work at a law firm, I don't see that working out. Or
Yeah, I agree.
even a hospital. Sometimes you don't want to promote within 3 years. I don't know. But I don't know the promotions within in a hospital, so maybe.
I feel like they probably have like leads or some shit or like supervisors. So you should at least be able to do that. If you can't do that in 3 years, like go get a new job, shorty.
True.
If someone rejected your promotion offer, like they were just like, I just don't want to deal with that, whatever upper level day to day, do you then need to let them go if they were on
Yes,
track for that 3 year promotion?
we got a we got a shorty who works. We partner with Williams Sonoma. She works directly for Williams Sonoma. And I was talking to their operations manager. We straight. I was talking to him one day, and he was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to let some people go." He was like, "I got to let so and so go because she's been in the same position, a temporary part time position, for over 2 years, And like higher management told me that like I've got to offer her a full time or I've got to replace her, and she just keeps saying no. He was like, he's been saying no for like the last 4 months, and he was like, at this rate, like they don't want part time workers. We want you to come on full time. And she's a lady in like her like late 40s, early 50s. She's just doing this so she can like have something to do until she retires. And she's like been
Mm.
feeding them like no for I think he said like 4 or 5 months, and that was in like
Yikes.
October. So
At my
it's probably been like 8 9 months of just telling them no.
at my first job, um, I started out as like a contract worker, and there was like a couple other people who did that. And this one girl had been there like on and off, gone to other different banks, and she literally had been telling them no, basically because like what she was getting paid hourly and like the overtime and all that. If she took that full time job, like it would be a pay decrease. And they eventually were like, "Listen, you either got to take it or we got to let you go." And she took it. I was like, "Damn, you hate to
That
see when you
sucks.
get a full time job and lose like 10K."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how they get
My
you.
regional manager says that there's always going to be like your A people, your B people, and your C people. And it kind of is like what makes the business flow. Like we have this one girl that he described as our C player because she's just like slow to do everything. She doesn't make any sales. All this stuff. Like I'm the only one who encourages her to like make a sale. I'm literally like, go ask these people if they want to go get like an ingredients package. She'd be like, okay. And like I like her a lot, but I was like, you're so lucky that I'm not the general manager of the store because I was like, honestly, if you weren't making sales in my store, like that would be a reason to let you go. Like that's part of your job. And but she's a good cleaner. So that's why they've kept her on for so long.
Nah, we got
Which
Yeah, just
janitors.
this
put her on.
I'll bring in custodians.
Now they got she's on every night shift, cleaning up, shutting shit down.
I know, I like she'll like start planning the like cleaning of the day and be like, so I'm gonna do the whites now, and then when that's done, I'm gonna wait for this person to finish up cryo, and then I'm gonna throw the cryo in and flip it. And then at like 5, she'll be like, I'm gonna start doing the trash. I'm like, great, but like I also need you up here because there's people calling, there's people at the front desk. We need to run services. And then I'm like, where the hell? Oh shit, I didn't mean to say her name. But then she'll be in the back, and I'm like, where is she? And she's just like, do, clean the sauna. And I'm like, Jesus.
I think you just need to hire her as a cleaner and not at what her position is.
Well, that's like, I don't have any say over any of that. So,
You gotta fire
like I
her.
said, she would have been gone a while ago if it were
You gotta
me.
fire. You gotta fire her.
Yeah.
When I was at DHL, we had a nigga like that, like just an associate, and like he was a cleaner. That's what he would do. Like he'd be sweeping, he'd be mopping, he'd be like fixing machinery. And at the end of the day, like that's not what the fuck we hired you to do. So you doing that all day is like running from the actual work I need you to do. And after I explain it
Yeah.
to you once, if you don't understand this, I gotta let you go. I fired him at DHL. Like you have a job, nigga.
Damn.
Yeah. The other manager's way nicer than I am.
Yeah, no, that's
Sounds
crazy.
like it. Fucking
She's the one
Morgan.
who got COVID.
Shout out to her making us record late.
She was like,
Cause
I
her
don't think I'll. She was like, I don't think I'll be able to come in. I don't know if you like Maggie told you, but like, her boyfriend was sick, and she's like, and now I'm feeling sick. And mind you, her boyfriend got sick in the morning, so it's been like a whole day of her being like, oh, he's not feeling well. I think he has the virus. I'm taking him to the ER. All this stuff. And then she's texted me, and I was like, yeah, like, I don't know. It might be COVID. I'm going to take a test soon. And I was like, what do you mean soon? I was like, take it right now. And then send me the proof once you're done. And she ended up having COVID. But before I knew that, I was like, if it's not COVID, I was like, for your job, I would come in. Because she was scheduled all weekend.
Mm.
mm.
Yeah.
Oh, you try to
But she
threaten
ended
her,
up having
come in or
COVID.
lose your job.
And then the next day, she texted me and was like, just so you know, like, I'm really not feeling well. I don't think I'll be able to come in. And I was like, girl, you literally said you were positive for COVID yesterday. Like, why would I think you were coming in?
Just want that long weekend.
She did. She also, which was sketchy, had texted our GM and was like, I see that I'm scheduled a lot of weekends. But I didn't know that was like part of the deal. But it's because the
Mm,
other girl quit, so she needs to until we find someone else.
Nah. Your lack of staffing is not my problem. I
yep.
need to I need to advocate for this girl. I mean, she sounds like she's not like the greatest, but she's got something to stand on.
Oh no, I like her. But
Mm.
I also feel bad. I'm just like every time I'm trying to like warn her to like start looking for another job because it is coming. Like they plan on getting a full-time person and just like taking her off the schedule. And the other day I felt so awkward because our esthetician was up at the front desk and she was like, "Yeah, like all of a sudden I'm scheduled a lot." But at first it was like only like 2 days a week, if that. She was like, I thought you guys were about to fire me or something. And I was like, oh, haha. Didn't know
Ah.
what to say. Yeah, it's
Mm.
pretty awkward. Because that was what was happening. They were going to move the other girl up to full time and let her go.
Gotta let
Restore
her
dog
know.
eat
But then
dog
that,
world out there.
but then that girl quit.
The store does sound pretty dog eat dog for real.
It is.
Hey, before we get into our next topic, we wanted to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this week's episode, Zencastr. When we first started recording PorchTlk, we were using whatever rinky-dink setup we could, but we realized we needed to step our game up to a legit setup, and that's where Zencastr came in. It's now super easy to record a podcast with Zencastr. Log into your browser and start recording a high-quality podcast right away. Record studio-quality sound and up to 4K video with your guest. Feel a sense of zen knowing Zencastr's multi-layered backups ensure you always have your recordings in the highest quality, even if the connection is unstable. Trust me, I know. If you have thought about podcasting before and realized that you need a lot of different tools and services, those days are over. With Zencastr's all-in-one podcasting platform, you can create your podcast all in one place and distribute it to Spotify, Apple, and other major destinations. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use our code PorchTlk and you'll get 30% off your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. We want you to have the same easy experience we do for all our podcasting and content needs. It's time to share your story, and honestly, they have a free plan too if you need it. Just as good. Shout out to Zencastr, and let's get back to the episode. Speaking of eating things, let's get into this week's top 5.
Okay, give it to me.
This week, we are doing the top 5 game day food/snacks.
All right, number one, wings. Can't go any better. Can't go wrong with wings. Number two is gonna be like any dip, nachos included. So like nachos, chips and queso, rotel, just like a chip and a dip of any sort.
Are you
That's number two.
serious?
Yes, nigga, shut up.
That is so broad.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
might need
not.
you to just get a little more. Are you saying like
Yeah.
a
What?
cheese
We
dip?
need specific.
Yeah.
Cheese dips.
Okay.
Okay, then just use just cheese dip.
That's what I just said. So
Okay,
wings,
perfect.
cheese dips. Third one's gonna get tricky. Beer.
I like it. No, it's good. That's good. I like it. I like where your head's at.
Um, four. This is like probably not on everybody's list, but beef jerky. Like beef jerky is a like goaded snack.
Disgusting.
Okay, it's a goaded snack. It's just kind of pricey. So like beef jerky is on the list. And then I'm gonna round it out as like a little sweet treat, like where there is some cookies, a brownie or some shit. Just something sweet.
That's
Got
surprising
it.
because I know you're not a big sweets guy.
I'm not a big excuse me, I'm not a big sweets guy, but sometimes I want like a little like oatmeal raisin cookie or something.
Okay. I'm gonna go wings, 2, buffalo chicken dip, 3, I love some good spinach and artichoke dip,
Oh.
Yeah.
4, pigs in a blanket, and 5, mm, I'm gonna go with burgers. No, I'm gonna go with beer.
No, you cannot put burgers on this.
I'm
Put
going
fucking
5
burgers.
beer.
Fuck no.
Number
Put
5 is beer.
burgers.
I don't think you have to worry about her with her spinach and artichoke dip and pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, that shit was
Pigs in a
nasty.
blanket are delicious.
Clearly, wings is going to be the number one, as we all already know. I'm surprised no one said pizza. Pizza in a good football game. Can't go wrong with that.
Just basic.
Yeah. 3 chips and queso. Shout out. 4 buffalo chicken dip. 5 pretzels and beer cheese. Can't go wrong with that as a good little snack option either.
I'm not super mad at that. That's definitely better than Morgan's list.
Yeah, I think you
Mine's
win based off of beer though. Well, Morgan
Yeah,
stole beer, but like,
I didn't steal beer. It just slipped
just
my mind.
yeah, just burgers to beers, classic mix up.
yeah.
They both
Do
start
not
with
put
B,
beers
you
on it.
know?
Yeah, just put burgers for hers. Sicko.
Any honorable mentions?
Burgers.
Honorable mention would probably be like sliders. You can't really go wrong with
Ooh.
sliders. And then glizzies. You can't go wrong with a game day glizzy. Honestly,
Glizzy, brats,
subs
sausage,
too. I like a good sub during the game.
Yeah.
dude, some fucking chicken cutlets, little chicken
Okay.
parm
Okay.
sandwich,
Carrots, like a little vegetable, and ranch
carrots and
dip.
ranch. Yeah,
Yeah, not super mad at that.
just
Yeah.
regular any type of chips. Just having some chips to snack on, some popcorn every once in a while.
Ooh. I love Doritos on game days. I don't know what it is.
Spicy nacho, shout out.
Someone told me one time, next time you're around somebody with Doritos, you'll notice Doritos smell like shit if you're not the ones eating them. Like if somebody ever pops a bag of Doritos near you, you can be like, "What the fuck is that smell?" Now there's room for you for the rest of your life. Every time a Doritos bag is open, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Damn.
I wish I didn't know that because now I'm gonna be on the prowl.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that. So if Doritos, you want to sponsor this episode or this podcast, I think it smells fantastic.
We'll be the ones eating it, so it won't smell like shit to us.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's get into some post-topic real ones only talk. We got some stuff on here as you want to hit your shit.
Yeah, what is? Let me pull it up. Fucking
airport picking people up.
all right, yeah. We live close to the airport here, so we do get
We
roped
do.
into
We
picking
live
people
very
up.
close.
Yeah, we're like 8 minutes away, so we live real close to the Charlotte airport. It's a train wreck. But here's my thing: do we not think at this point, 2024, with like car sharing services, ride sharing services, is it not just less of a hassle to tell your people to Uber from the airport, having to do circles and circles and circles, waiting for them to arrive, dealing with that traffic, dealing with them to get their bags, find you, you missed each other because they're still waiting, so now you got to take another circle. The time y'all wasted doing that, trying to correspond and shit, they could literally just book a Uber, hop in that jaunt, and then be at the spot.
Unless they're a frequent visitor, I would want to pick them up from the airport. Like if I haven't seen them in a while, or any time my parents ever had to fly to visit me, I would make sure 100% I was there. But if it's someone I haven't seen in a while, I like the excitement of like them coming out of the airport and it's like, oh my god,
Nigga, the excitement. You would get
the
that.
excitement.
Think about this. You would get that same fucking excitement with them walking from their Uber to your fucking door.
Okay, but also
Yeah,
I
that, oh my
wanna
gosh, I haven't seen
just
you.
say this. I will never. Someone else would be driving to the airport. I would just be in the passenger seat.
Huh.
So, like me personally, I don't like driving to the airport.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, just make them Uber at this
But
point.
someone else would drive,
Nah,
and I would just be there.
we're done with it. Fucking Uber over.
I didn't hate it, but when we lived in St. Louis, we were like 15 minutes from the airport, and there was a good cell phone lot to hang out in. So like you kind of just wait and chill. It wasn't terrible. But if let's say I was living in like my parents' place in Delaware and had to go to Philly, bro, that's like a 40-minute drive to go do that. I'm not doing all that.
The
I
cell
mean, I
phone,
will, but I'm gonna hate it.
the cell phone lot is clutch if they're not charging. I think ours here charges, and I know the one in Cleveland charges. So you can't just like hang out in the cell phone lot. And I'm like, I'm not paying niggas to pick niggas up. Like, ain't happening.
You live so close though. Like I would, if I were you, once they were like, I got my bag and stuff, be like, cool, I'm on my way now.
Truly, that's what I was telling Mariah pretty much when we left. What I was telling her. For now on, like when niggas fly in, the car is not leaving the garage until they say they are outside waiting. We're now outside waiting. You can stand out there for 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's easy.
Yeah.
Or just fucking wait inside if it's cold out. Like I don't
Yeah,
know, it's not that
absolutely.
cold in Charlotte, but yeah, yeah, you're in a weird spot because it's like you're so close. Like the Uber wouldn't be bad unless you just didn't want to pay. Like if they were charging you crazy, but it's also like you're
Mhm.
so close. Like just come fucking pick me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be a dick if you made people Uber.
No, like
No,
I'd be a good person.
they would be sick when they put in your address and they see it's 8 minutes away and they're like, he can't fucking come pick me up.
No, that would be crazy. I'd have to start doing some tasks to make it look like I was busy.
So if it's Mariah's parents, you're not picking them
No, he's
up.
gonna pick them up. But if
We
you're
picked them up
flying
from the
in, he's
Uber
like,
this
I'm not
weekend,
picking
but
you up.
like honestly, they could have Ubered.
Who makes
Terrible.
the line? Like, is it just Mariah is the only person you're picking up, or she got an Uber too?
Probably Mariah and her mom. That's probably, and then my mom clearly if she was flying now. Outside of that, like everybody else probably just has to Uber.
You would definitely pick me up.
No, I would not.
Yeah,
I
you would.
I 100% would not.
I
I
would hit
don't
up
believe
Mariah
it.
at this point. Like,
Yeah, I was
Mariah,
about to
come
say you
fly.
probably have a better chance asking Mariah to pick you up.
I'd be like, but I don't know. You would pick me up.
Yeah, you already fumbled it. She can't say yes to
I'd
that.
pick you up
Thanks, I appreciate that. I'm
with
actually going
someone
to be
else
in New
driving.
Jersey. I'm going to be in New Jersey this weekend.
Ooh,
Got to go up
you're
there
gonna
for
pick
a
him up
Oh,
from the
week.
are
airport.
you?
Yeah, pick me up from the airport for real. Don't know which airport I'm flying into, if I'm being honest. So,
I'd pick people up who are like staying as my guest.
nah, like you could also like shuttle
So,
me back and forth, like get a grip.
hmm.
Yeah, real friends.
No, just for people who are gonna be in my household.
Mm,
If you're
Lime.
literally visiting for a different reason, I'm obviously not gonna drive you.
Yeah,
damn,
lime.
that's crazy. Last one. What's the? I'm gonna say probably like what's the difference or in between a social drinker and an alcoholic? Is that what it was?
No, I'm asking like, is there an in between? Like, some people are like social drinkers, and then if you drink too much, you're like an alcoholic. What do you call niggas who
Well,
just like drank?
so technically, you're an alcoholic if you drink more than 3 to 5 days of the week.
Oh,
That's
Huh.
like the technical term. If you
Is
drink
it
more than that, you're like technically from like the hospitals or whoever like do these researches, like are considered an alcoholic.
3 to 5 is too big of a variety? Because if it's three, it's like but if it's five, it's like all right, nobody's an alcoholic. If you bump that down to
Yeah. Well,
three, I think it'll get tricky for some people.
I think
so I
four to
guess it
five is
is
probably a
three
good range.
though.
Four plus. Four
Yeah,
plus, I think, is a good
we'll
range.
call 4+ alcoholics because like the week is like Thursday through Sunday, so three
Dude,
times
when
in
I
a
was in
weekend.
St. Louis, like the law school people, it's like, bar review Thursday, going out Friday, Saturday, football on Sunday. I'd be like, I gotta fucking slow down a bit, dude. This is adding up real quick.
Yeah.
But it was actually there was an argument that I witnessed not too long ago about this topic. And these younger guys were talking to this older man. An older man, he comes from an older generation. So, they're usually just set in their ways. They're not gonna like change just because some younger kid is like, well, science says. And the um the couple, they were like, yeah, well, the wife, she drinks every day. At the end of her day, she has some glasses of wine. She was like, I might have the whole bottle.
Mm.
And then the guy was like, that's not true. Like, I need to see the proof. And they were like, no, it's literally proven that you're technically a alcoholic. And it was a war.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I feel like somewhere along the line, it has to be like if you're drunk a certain amount of times a week. Like if you're drunk
Yeah.
2 to 3 times a week, then maybe. But if you're just drinking, like you have wine with your dinner, or you like wind down for the night with a glass of wine or a beer or two, I don't know if I'm calling you an alcoholic.
Yeah, because I feel like in
Yeah.
Europe they have it every day for
Yeah,
lunch.
like super casual.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you have one or two, it's probably if you start getting drunk, like we've talked about before, missing work, not hanging out with
Hmm.
people, like when shit starts to affect your life, or you're like, damn, I need a drink right now, like get through my days. That's like I knew a girl who was a teacher, and she was like drinking, like spiking her tea every like day when she got home from work. I was like, if that's causing you to do that often, you might need to readdress
I'm
what's
about to
going
say
But
on.
was
you.
she off work?
Yeah, no, she was off work, but I'm
It
saying it
don't
was like the
matter. She
fact
got a
that like
habit.
your job is taking you where you're like, I need to drink every day, Monday through Friday, and probably also doing shit on the
Yeah,
weekends. Like,
kids are stressful. I would probably drink every day too.
might become an
Even on my
alcoholic.
worst days, I probably drink when it's like just a regular day or a good day. I try not to drink on my worst days, my longest days, the most bullshitty days, because I don't want to create that bad habit of like a bad day leads to me drinking.
That's smart.
Yeah. I'm half Irish, so drinking's in my blood.
No, you are not, nigga. Who the fuck told you that?
My mom, who's
Yeah, she lied
Irish.
to you.
Cap. Do you have a clan? Are you part of a clan?
No, she was
Your
adopted.
mom, your mom's part of the clan.
Mm.
Shut the fuck up.
Mm.
I'm confused. That's what is being said. Like I'm trying to figure this out.
No one said my mom was in a clan. Eric, I don't know. He's asking about like an Irish clan, not like the Ku Klux Klan.
It's like how people have like family seals and stuff. Like some people
Yeah.
are like clans.
Huh. I don't know. Something about that seems to
Her maiden name was Lynch though.
Oh god.
get a grip.
Yep. And with that, we're gonna wrap this podcast up and get into some music and TV recommendations.
I'm gonna go with Young Ma, Open Scars, and then TV. Next Level Chef comes back on Thursday.
I've never watched that, but I've been seeing the previews
Ooh.
and I'm intrigued.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit's
it looks
good.
really good.
It's fucking great.
She's like, it's a cooking competition. Don't you think you might want to start cooking?
Yeah,
Yeah, looks
she really
good.
got
I don't know
her
what that
sass
voice
about that.
was.
You'll if you see the trailer for it, you'll know. Um, TV wise, I just started The Traders. It's really not that great, but it's like pretty dramatically unfunny, which makes it funny. And a lot of the reality TV like villains are on it, so I know them all, which is cool. Music choice.
Oh, I heard that shit was good.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty funny. Ekansu from Love Island UK is in it, so yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, music wise, I don't know. I've been listening to really no music lately. Can I just say an artist? I'll highlight Jelly Roll.
Jelly roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really are dating a white guy now. It's really coming through your music taste.
I just don't listen to music right now.
No, that's fine.
I drive a minute
Uh
to work.
that's very fair. Um Music wise, I'm gonna go with I think it's Scissorface and Frankie Pulitzer, who's actually I think it's Tom Hardy. Frenzy in the Far Off World, good vibes. TV wise, still watching The Nanny, great show. Everybody should be watching it. And with that being said, we're gonna wrap this podcast up. Thank you for listening. As always, you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Porch Talk No A. There's no podcast. There's on Spotify. Share the podcast with a friend. You can find us on YouTube now. There's also a video on Spotify, so check those out. And we will be back next week. Peace.